Rome, 1944. Minutes before his execution, Pietro Caruso sat tied to a chair, unable to stand. He had once been the fascist police chief of the city. Now, he was moments away from facing a firing squad. To understand how he got here, we must go back to the final year of the war. Italy was collapsing under German occupation, bombings, and the remnants of Mussolini's dictatorship. In this chaos, Caruso rose in power and worked closely with Nazi authorities to maintain control over Rome. On March 23, 1944, Italian partisans attacked a column of German soldiers, killing 33. Hitler's response was immediate and brutal. For every German killed, 10 Italians would die. The list should have contained 330 names. But when the lists were prepared, Caruso added 5 more civilians. The final number was 335. None of them had anything to do with the attack. They were taken to the Ardeatine Caves on the outskirts of Rome. Their hands were bound, they were led into the underground chambers, and they were executed one by one. It became one of the worst massacres committed on Italian soil during the war. When Rome was liberated a few months later, Caruso tried to flee, but he was quickly captured. Crowds surrounded the courthouse, furious at the scale of the massacre. Inside, the evidence was overwhelming. Documents, witness testimony, and the lists he had helped create. Caruso was charged with war crimes and collaboration with the enemy. Throughout the trial, he insisted he had simply followed orders. But the court ruled that he had gone beyond them by adding names and directly assisting the killers. He was found guilty and sentenced to death. On the morning of his execution, Caruso struggled to walk, leaning heavily on the shoulders of the guards. He was brought to a chair, tied in place. Across from him stood the firing squad, waiting for the signal. Moments later, the shots rang out. The man who signed away hundreds of lives met his own end. Caruso's execution became Italy's first major act of post-war justice. And today, the Ardeatine Caves stand as a memorial to the 335 victims. A reminder of the cost of collaboration, and of the lives taken in one of the darkest chapters of Italy's history.